Today, I'm not going to do any PvP or anything for Legends. I want to go through and I want to discuss what I believe will be coming for New Year's banners. I got a couple different options written down right here. Got a little, nice and neat list. The first thing that I wrote down, I think for New Year's, the highest chance probably going to be coming, like the most likely to come, is our first ultra summonable unit. And it's scary. It's scary to see how they handle the banners because we've never seen this before. And it could make or break Legends. It could make it exponentially better, or it could make it exponentially worse. Going off of that idea right now, let's stick with that. I think the first summonable ultra unit that has a high chance of coming is Gogeta Blue. My first thought was MUI and LF MUI is going to be coming for Legends, and maybe even an ultra MUI. However, I think if they're going to do that, they might want to save especially him for a little bit later down the road, once they get a few summonable ultras out of the way, just so they can really make him really hype and like really good. So I think an ultra GB for right now, it fits along the theme of movies. Obviously the soundtrack that's going on in the background right now whenever you play PvP and stuff, that fits the Broly movie and everything. So I think that would just make sense. It would be so dope if we got the opening like scene when these first start the battle, Goku and Vegeta, they're going through and fusing together. I think that'd just be so fire, and personally I want that a little more over than MUI. But for a couple of different things that could be going on with him, I think it could be transforming Super Saiyan to Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. So he starts off as regular Super Saiyan Gogeta, and then you press his main ability and he turns into Super Saiyan Blue. My second thought was the first double transforming unit. So obviously press the main ability twice and he'll transform. One after like 20 timer counts, he goes into SSJ, and then like another 20 or so counts, he goes into Super Saiyan Blue. I think that'd be pretty dope. Another thing that you could kind of spin with that is he has a unique gauge, and over time that unique gauge builds up, and once you get it full, then he transforms into Super Saiyan Blue. I think that'd be a really cool mechanic with the unique gauge, and then he still has it in blue. Once it gets full, he gets kind of like Trunks. He just gets like bonus kind of like stats. So he'll get like extra resistance to damage, or he'll get a inflicted damage buff, stuff like that. A special move increase, you know what I mean? Just stuff like that. And then my third kind of thought, which I think is a little far-fetched, but it's along the lines of the double main ability or double transforming. It could be a base Gogeta, okay? And then after a while, you pop his main ability and he transforms into SSJ. And then from there, he turns into a revival unit. So once he dies in SSJ, he revives back into Super Saiyan Blue. So you get a transforming main ability, and then in order to get the second transformation, he has to revive. Now, if he dies before you get the first transformation off, like into SSJ, then you don't get the revival mechanic. So I think that could really be interesting. You gotta really play it smart. So it's a revival unit, but it's a chance that you can take that revival away. So it's not as like OP. So someone just can't be sitting there, right, with him on the bench and then save him until he can transform with his main. You know what I mean? Like a lot of like Gohan's, Super Saiyan Blue Goku, Rival Cell, they're kind of just Rising Rush fodders. Not so Gohan, but you know what I mean. Like some people just save them and it's a safety blanket. Like, all right, Rising Rush, boom, here comes Gohan, here comes Goku, haha, I am all set. Don't worry about a Rising Rush. No, this is different, where you can't just keep him there. So if you put him in, he gets Rising Rush before he transforms with his first main ability. No revival. So you gotta play a little bit smart. Now, if we do get an Ultra MUI, which I do think is still pretty good chance, regardless if it's Ultra or just regular LFs, I think there's a high chance we're getting either MUI or Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. And then I got a third option. If you keep listening to the end of the video, you'll see that one. It's kind of unique and cool, but I think it's not really likely to happen. But let's just say Ultra MUI. This is the base form MUI. It's the first one. It's not the one that faced full power Jiren, where he went through and after Jiren tried blowing up his friends, absolutely demolished him. I think this is when he first went into MUI, like he was standing on the edge with his head down. That form. So he's just starting to break into MUI grounds and everything, Goku. I think he could have a unique gauge that fills, and the stronger or the higher it gets, the stronger he gets, the higher defense he gets. Kind of make him game breaking. I feel like when MUI comes into the game, he has to kind of be game breaking. He has to be top tier. Have the hype with the stats and everything, and people are going to flock for him. People are going to buy it. Absolutely going to spend money for it. And then my third thought, again, with the unique gauge, is if it goes to the top, once it reaches the max, then he gets revival at that point, which I think could definitely be a little more tricky, and I don't think is probably going to happen if we could just get a base form MUI early on. I think that'd be better as like its own separate thing. Like maybe if we get a regular LF base MUI, he's just regular, and then maybe an ultra summonable MUI down the road, it could have this mechanic. I think that's a lot more likely. But unique gauge, as you're going through battle, gets to the top, he then gets a revival aspect. It'd be pretty cool. Just make it so if for now on, if you have or just some revival units, you don't just get to rise and rush far to them. You don't just get to have the safety blanket. Make it so you can, but you have to earn it. Banner setups, some good possible banner setups I think is going to be coming. I think we could have just one ultra banner, which I think people would probably like the best because it's only one and you get all the new units on that one banner. Or it could have one ultra banner and then 2 LF banners. Now, if they decide to do that, it's going to be weird because obviously we'd like it if all 3 matched up, but it's probably not going to happen. So we could have like an ultra MUI per se, and then, or no, maybe like a ultra Gogeta blue, and then have like a base form LF MUI and a base form kind of full power Jiren. You know, that could be a possibility. Obviously, it could be 2 LF banners and no ultra banner, or 3 LF banners and no ultra banner. That's a really high scenario as well. The one that I'd be most happy to see would just be one new Sunbow Ultra banner, especially where it's the first one. Really just put it out there, especially with these other 2 banners for Black Friday still out. These banners are still insane. So make it so it's one Ultra summonable banner. Put all, if there's new LFs, put it on there. Any new Sparkings, EXs, whatever, just put it on that one banner and let people decide that, am I going to pull for all these, or am I going to go back to pull for these other great banners that they put out for Black Friday? I think if you do 2 or 3 new banners, it's just going to be too much because now we've gotten the last span of a month, we've gotten maybe 4, potentially 5, like really broken banners, and I think that's just too much. Obviously, if we have like side LF characters, I think Full Power Jiren would be a top candidate. I think a base MUI could be a top candidate. Maybe a transforming Gogeta Blue, just regular LF that goes from Super Saiyan Blue. That's also a potential possibility. And also Time Cage Hit. That's an LF that we haven't gotten yet that I think a lot of people would be hyped for. A Time Cage Hit, where he was going up against Jiren and he trapped him. I think that'd be a dope LF, and it would help bring Universal Survival Saga at least to a Tournament of Power. And then my last one, the one I said earlier in the video, that's kind of far out there, but could happen, potentially happen, would be an LF Chilled and an LF SSJ Bardock. Now, I know a lot of people probably won't care too much about Chilled. However, it could be an LOE main or an LOE buff to the team, and just another villain in general, powerful opponent. And also SSJ Bardock, an LF SSJ Bardock, maybe an LF transforming SSJ into, base form into SSJ, could be a possibility as well. That's something people have been dying for. People want LF Bardock, and I think at some point we're going to get it. Now, I don't think these would be hyped enough for like New Year's banners, because remember, New Year's banners this is the most celebrated event, okay? It's over anniversary, it's over Black Friday. This is the top grossing one, especially in Japan. They celebrate New Year's the most out of any other banner, okay? Any other anniversary, special event, anything. And especially after the really dope banners they just put out for Black Friday, Legends has to deliver with something big. Something big is coming, and we're going to find out in the next couple of days. But with all that being said, guys, what do you think? Let me know down in the comment section below. What do you think is coming? What's the highest possibility of any of the options that I said? Which one do you think is the most likely to come? And yeah, also the Legends reveal and stuff for these, whatever's coming for New Year's, is going to be taking place on December 23rd at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be live going through and just reacting. I'll be live reacting to the live stream when they put all this out. So if you want to join me and watching it, definitely hit that subscribe button and turn the notification bell on for all notifications. so you know when I go live at that point, or just when I post a video in general and stuff like that. But yeah, like I said, the Legends reveal and stuff, it will be live. The live stream will happen on December 23rd at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you don't know what that is for your time zone, just go through on Google, hit 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and convert it to whatever you are, and boom, it'll just it'll bring it right up for you. All right, guys, my boy Tooch, I'm out. I'll catch you in the next video. Be strong, stay strong. Peace, guys.